stores.
Well, good morning to you. Happy Wednesday. I hope you are having a great morning. My name is Justin Sachoka, and I'm just hanging out in the backyard here because this next 2 hours is gardening made easy with Cottage Farms. And I'm so excited to have the debut show of Cottage Farms for you this season. Guess what? Everything over the next 2 hours is brand new. You've not seen it here before. And we have a couple of brand new color options and some of the plants for you that I think you're gonna like. How about I give you a little preview, a little tease of what there is coming up so you can shop early. You're going to want to get started for this right here because guess what? The pink Muhly, while it is new here this season, we did have it 5 years ago, and we had it the year before that and the year before that. In fact, it's a customer favorite that you have been asking for us and begging for us to be able to bring back, and it's finally back here in 2026. It's $12.33 each. You're getting 3 of these. This is amazing filler, but don't you just want to take your hand and go right through that cotton candy pile that's right up top? It is such a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. That tall grass that you're bringing it home here for $37 or $12.33 on an easy payment. And then I asked for us to show this early because guess what? The jasmine that you see right here, this is the only jasmine that we have right now. There is no other jasmine that you're gonna find on QVC.com. This is it, and it launches right now. M139431 is your item number to bring in the only jasmine that we have loaded right now for the year. $9.67 brings it at home. You're getting 2 of them here, so that's just $14.50 each. I can smell it already. That jasmine that is so sweet, so beautiful, and so luxurious coming right to your door. And then this magnolia tree is incredible because, well, I'm gonna just give you the brief little history, or not the history, but what the lifespan of this is gonna look like. What you see right now is what you'll expect to see in the springtime. It's not gonna have any leaves. Then it's gonna have leaves on it, the flowers will be gone, and it's gonna rebloom again with the leaves and the flowers in the middle of summer. You've got like 3 different stages of this tree, but let's focus on the big giant magnolias that are not the typical white magnolias. These are these gorgeous maroon color ones. This is amazing, and the price today, $119.98. Wait until you see the size of the tree that we're giving you to get planted with this year. How about we get started with the show? We're gonna jump in to really what is, yet again, a customer favorite. This is the LA Dreamin Hydrangea live plant. Do you see all the colors there? Oh yes, it's an explosion of colors, and you're bringing home 2 of these hydrangea plants. $11 on an easy payment comes to about $16.50 a piece. Like I said, a customer favorite. Pink, blue, purple, all on one plant. The colors are going to look extraordinary. It's going to add this beautiful pop, this beautiful excitement to anywhere that you put it in your yard. M139543 is your item number. No choice that you need to make. We're sending both of them to you. Now, these next 2 hours, I'm not doing alone. In fact, I'm super excited that Katie DeBow is here with us. So nice to have you in the show. Horticulturist who has literally grown up in this world, knows anything and everything there is to know about live plants.
Well, I don't know about that, but
well, you were just
I am
at like
pretty
a conference
dangerous.
literally last week,
Yes,
talking about this. This is what you live and breathe every single day. Yes. So I'm so excited to learn from you over the next 2 hours. When it comes to the hydrangea, I feel like it's a classic that, and I'm speaking from experience, some people sometimes mess up a little bit and they go for take 2.
You're asking for a friend.
Yeah, I this year am going on take number 2 with my hydrangea because I left it in the sun. That's a no-go when it comes to these. However, these are designed to be a little bit more forgiving.
They are, because so many of you, like Justin, you tell me all the time, I don't have a green thumb, I don't have a green thumb, but I really want to grow hydrangeas. This, I think, is the most sought after plant in America, obviously for a good reason.
Yeah.
But I think it's really, you do have some mistakes, and the #1 mistake people do is planting it in the wrong place.
Okay, so that was my mistake this past season.
So let's start out with that. My biggest tip for you is they do not like afternoon sun.
Got it. Okay.
So
So my backyard where they were? not ideal.
Yeah, so like if you know the direction of your house, south side of your house, probably not the best place for these.
Got it. Okay, good to know that.
So think about where the sun rises, which we'll be talking a lot about in this show, because we have a lot of sunrise plants. So these are going to tolerate more sun than most hydrangeas. So if you've tried before and you have failed, try again, because these are going to be that big payout. A little bit hardier, so they can work for most zones in the country, down to -20, which I know feels like out there for many of you today.
You mean this morning now?
Yeah.
It feels like, but realistically, I mean, honestly, it's only like 9 or 10 degrees in the morning here. So it would go full -20.
These will be hardy for you down, down through Atlanta, Texas, but also up in Michigan, Minnesota. So plus the big story is here, you could have a pink hydrangea or you could buy a blue hydrangea. Then you could try to fuss with the soil to change the color, or you could buy these. These bloom all of those colors that you want on one plant. So the plant you see here is not like, oh, here's what we'll do for you. We'll stick a blue and a purple, and no, you get all those colors on one plant.
It's all coming to you on one plant. I have before picked up the hydrangeas where it was just one color.
And they're
that
beautiful.
Was it. But like you said, you can mess with the soil, you can add things into it. Here, you don't need to mess with anything. In fact, we bring this to you on an $11 easy payment. If you've never shopped with us before on QVC when it comes to live plants, people do it every single year because we give you these extraordinary, oftentimes rare, hard to find plants that are easy to be able to grow. But what we also do is we ship them to you when you are ready. We know by your address what zone you are in, and so we will ship them to you when they're ready to grow. Now, when we get this at home, what are we getting?
So you are getting 2 actively live growing plants. So as Justin said, we're not shipping these out right now. We're only shipping these to you when the last chance of frost has passed, so you can be assured it's time to plant them. The other thing that we'll talk about repeatedly in this show, as Justin just mentioned, I was at a conference last week, and we, as an industry, we were talking about how it's actually better for you to plant a smaller plant. Well, it's better for the plant, but I'm here to tell you what they didn't cover is it's better for you too. Do you want to be digging a hole this? No.
Yeah,
you
no.
do not
no one
want
does.
to be doing that. So it's easier for you to plant this, which you can plant these in a ground or in a container.
Okay.
I would go at least a 12 or 14 inch container because these can get to be 2 to 4 feet wide. In the ground, they'll get bigger. In a container, they'll stay a little bit more managed. But this is a great plant because you just stick it in an up pot, and by the end of year 1, you'll have that same size plant that you could have bought at the nursery.
It's a perennial, so it's going to come back every single year. It's winter hardy, so anywhere in the country you're going to be able to give it a try. And look how colorful it is too. I mean, being able to wake up in the morning, open up the curtains, look out and see that.
It's stunning.
How do you not have a smile on your face?
I know, and these are called mop head hydrangeas. So the other reason, let's talk about 2 more reasons why you might have killed your hydrangeas in the past. One is improper pruning. Because some hydrangeas only bloom the year before. So they'll set their buds on what it's called old wood, but the year before.
So it's high maintenance.
There's high maintenance.
But not this.
Not these. These will bloom both on the stems from the year before and in the spring. So if you have a late frost, which is what the big problem is, which will kill those last year's buds, and then you're like, what did I do to my hydrangea? I fertilize it, it's in the right place. Mother Nature. So you just have the hydrangea that's a little bit more fussy, if you will. These will bloom even after a last frost because they're putting out those new buds, so you will get flowers. Your shrub will look like that in the picture, no matter what the weather is, really no matter when you prune it either.
Can I just say how much I enjoy in the 8 minutes that we've been on the air being able to shop with you, Katie, because you can go to a store and you can go to a garden center, but you're one of 100 people that are maybe walking around, and there's 3 or 4 people that are working there, and they may not be horticulturists. Katie is. And so as you're waking up with us this morning, we're learning together, we're gardening together, we're getting ready to put the winter behind us, and am I ready to do so? And just get out and garden because this is the near future for you. You mentioned fertilizing a lot. Now, I've never seen this before. This has got to be the easiest way to fertilize.
This is the easiest way to fertilize, but before we get into that, you can see on your screen there's little pods. And in this bag are 25 of these pods. you will use this for years, but it's like just like using your dishwasher pods. It's one pod per 1 gallon of water. But what I do want to call attention to is this is a very specific fertilizer for hydrangeas. It's the one for acid-loving plants. So this will work on your azaleas, blueberries if you have them. So make sure if you are getting these that you're getting that hydrangea.
Oh, amazing.
That fertilizer.
Okay, so the information you saw for that on your screen, we've got a lot of different fertilizers in this show. I do want to talk about the warranty though from Cottage Farms.
Yes.
Can you explain it to us?
I would love to, because we want you to shop with confidence. We talked about buying plants on TV. Maybe you've never done this before. Well, you know that we're going to guarantee our plants. We say we're not happy if you're not happy, so we guarantee all of our perennials for an entire year and our annuals for 90 days from the time of shipment. So please get in touch with us for any reason if you're dissatisfied.
Thank you very much. Let me show you quickly what I am wearing this morning. The shoes that I have on, these are from Spring Step. These are the men's suede slip-on shoes. They are incredible. $89.95 brings us at home. We're $29.98. I love a good boat shoe, and that's exactly what we've got on. Then I've got on my J Jewelry bracelet. Now, typically, you see me on with a 7.2 millimeter. This one here is the 5.3 millimeter, a little bit smaller than what I'm used to wearing, but I still love the look of it. I am a big fan of J Jewelry and love their box chains. $74.33. And then to top it all off, this hoodie is from Barefoot Dreams that I have on. A lot of you have been asking for men's fashion. I am literally head to toe in men's fashion today. This hoodie, and yeah, there is that little hood in the back of it. It's got a waffle texture to it. It comes to us from Barefoot Dreams. It's ultra comfortable. $49.33 on an easy payment brings it at home. A 725505 is the item number. That's what I've got on. Let's show you some more flowers though here from Cottage Farms as we celebrate gardening here the very beginning of the season at QVC. This next three-piece that we have for you is all about the scent. This is, I'm gonna say like a beginner gardener's spot to start if you want to bring in a really beautiful fragrance.
Love that.
But even down to the expert gardener that wants to just add a variety of different fragrances in, this is a really great pack that we have for you. $36 brings it at home. We're just $12 on an easy payment. These are all perennials. You can use this in your garden bed, in borders. You're going to use it in patio planters. And we're giving you 3 live plants. Those are going to include a butterfly bush. You're also going to get lavender. And then the, we'll pronounce it for me.
Lunicera, which is honeysuckle. So the buddleia, the butterfly bush is a lavender color. Well, you can see that one there. The middle is that honeysuckle, which we all know and love honeysuckle, but believe me, this is a better improved honeysuckle. We'll get to that. And then on the left is actually hummingbird mint. So this one doesn't include lavender. Lavender's the color of the butterfly bush.
Got it.
But don't fret, we'll have lavender later.
Yes, we do. We do have it in the show. Okay, let's go down the line here because each one of these has a different scent. So I'd love to learn about each plant and then what scent we're bringing in.
Okay, so with this collection, what we've done in this show, actually, we have a bunch of 3 pieces. And the reason we've done this is because, number one, we like a theme. I love a theme, right? I mean, let's do it.
I also love that you match the set, by the way. Like literally, the sweater is the set.
So matching themes, but so this theme is fragrance. But secondly, what we want to do is give you bloom power. So you are going to have 5 months of bloom with these 3 plants.
Whoa.
5 months.
That's almost half the year.
So sometimes it's hard. You think, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that. And then your garden in the summer has nothing because you're all spring flowers or you're all in the fall. So we wanted to give you extended bloom time with this collection. This is the hummingbird mint. It is our longest blooming perennial. It will start in the spring and bloom all the way through till fall.
Now, does it have a minty scent to it?
Yes, so here is what you get at home. It is a really actively growing plant. And we should tell you, this is what the end of your first season will look like. From this to this. You will absolutely get flowers in year 1, but you can break one of these off. You can smell them. I mean, yes, it is a minty, it's not an edible mint for you. Of course, it's deer and rabbit resistant. So one of the big cues that you know when the foliage has a scent, you know that the deer will not eat it.
So does that help to prevent the deer from coming into my yard, or does it just mean that they're not going to bother this plant?
I wish I could tell you it would prevent them from coming into your yard, but if you have deer, you know that's not true. No, it will prevent them from coming to this plant. They'll smell it and be like, ugh, I want something else. So big bonus, because I know a lot of you plant spend money,
Yeah.
spend your time, and come out and it's chomped. So,
Okay, so that's just one of the three pieces that you're getting.
Yes, and this is the Mango Tango Hummingbird Mint. It is the bright orange color, absolutely beautiful. And of course, per the name, it will be loaded with hummingbirds. Hummingbirds!
That is like, you have a hummingbird feeder, maybe you put right next to this.
Oh, I
You've
love
got a
that.
hummingbird corner of your yard. Right in the center here.
Yeah.
This is the lavender color of the butterfly
You're right.
bush.
And it is so beautiful. It is that nice, really, really sweet lavender. So some of our old-fashioned butterfly bushes were a dark purple, and some of our old-fashioned butterfly bushes got really wild. They would grow up and spindly, and you would not know how to control them. This is new breeding. So you do not need to worry about this spreading. It will always stay compact. It only gets to be about 4 feet tall. So this is a shrub. This garden you can plant, whether it be in the ground or in a container, but if you do have a container, you're going to want to go a little bigger. But this is a summer blooming plant.
I love that this one's already going.
It's like, I'm ready.
It's ready. It is ready for
indoors.
the spring. Look at that. That is ready to go. This is what you're getting at home with this one. About 4 feet is what we can expect of this. So it's got a great manageable height.
Butterfly bushes are great shrubs because a lot of our shrubs do bloom in the spring. So now you're getting that purple color all summer into fall. And again, true to the name, this is another pollinator magnet. Not only fragrant, it has the flowers have this honey-like fragrance that both attracts the butterflies and smells great to you. So you can clip both of these and bring them indoors.
Hummingbirds, butterflies,
everybody.
Honeysuckle.
Yes.
Everybody
loves honeysuckle. You can remember those, I mean, at least for me, walking in the woods as a kid, finding the honeysuckle, pulling it out and having that drip of honey. Same concept here, better plant. So that is a native plant to the United States. We love that one, but it's a little wild. Remember, I mean, if you saw it growing, it's like everywhere, growing in the wild. This is also a vine like that. So if you do want to grow it in a container, you'll need some sort of support. We just have it on like a little fan trellis.
What if I wanted to grow it up against like lattice?
It would be beautiful growing against lattice.
And it would just fill it up. My question is, how wide would it go? Do I need a few of them then?
If you do want to create that fan effect, you will need a few of these. So it'll be about 1.5 feet, 18 inches wide.
Got it. Well, you know, when I'm looking at this, here's what I'm thinking. If you did need to bring in maybe 2 or 3 of these, and you did pick up 2 or 3 of these packs, maybe you're going to flank your front door with 2 of the butterfly bushes.
Beautiful.
Can you imagine walking out of your front door and all of a sudden a swarm of butterflies like flies out with you?
I can't imagine it, 'cause
like
that's
you're
my yard. But
so you can, yes. Okay, so then we have the proof that that does exist. It's not just in movies, that's real life. You know, maybe multiple packs of these is the time to do it. We just made this available today, this morning, 17 minutes ago, in fact, is when we've brought Cottage Farms back onto the airwaves here for 2026. We were right into the beginning of the season, but here's what you need to know. Things go quickly. And a lot of people, especially when they see these starter packs that we have, pick them all up and they pick them up early. So do your shopping early this season. We will ship it to you when it is ready to go into the ground. How do I care for these? How do I water them? And do I need fertilizer for it?
So I love fertilizer for all plants because plants are like people. We need good, healthy food to survive, especially because the soil, whether it's in your container or in your ground, probably isn't the healthiest. When was the last time you fed your soil? Exactly. So
I don't think that was recent.
So you need to feed the soil so it can feed the plants. So Justin, you want to do a little demo?
Yeah, let's do it.
So
so that's the fertilizer that you get. We were talking about those little pods.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
Literally just toss it in.
1 pod per 1 gallon of water. You can save your these old jugs, these watering cans, and then I just like to shake it, let it sit for a little bit, and then you water it in. These are all a full sun collection, so you'll think about where these plants need to go in your house or in a container to make them thrive.
Couldn't be easier than that.
Done. We just
I
fertilized.
love those little pods for that. That's great. What a great invention. Speaking of things that I love, we've got SunPatiens, and you love them as well. They're coming up in just a little bit here, so make sure that you bring them home this season because you've got the 3-piece set for $27.98. That's $9.33 each, and you get every single one that's there. And the stripe on those SunPatiens, that's like hard to find, isn't it? That's something that's kind of rare with those. And we've got it here for you, so pick up on it early. I feel like we're hiding in the forest right now.
know.
I'm like, where are we? And you'll see what we're talking about in just a second, but let me show you what else is coming up. This is a desert rose live plant. It's kind of like a little bonsai-y to me.
Oh,
it looks amazing.
Yes.
I love the pop of color, and wait until you see it in person. It is incredible. $28 brings us at home. It's a house plant.
It is non-stop flowering.
You could leave it outside if you want to,
depending
if you
on where
live in,
live.
yeah, in a warm environment. $9.33 on an easy pay brings us one at home. By the way, ships to you for free. We were saying that we were in the forest because like I'm literally just hiding behind the grasses here. Oh, hey everybody, good morning. Welcome in to QVC. This is the most incredible grass that I've ever seen.
I'm so excited.
I don't know how there's cotton candy on top of this, but I feel like that's what's living on top of it. What a gorgeous, gorgeous color, pop of color that you can put in. We are giving you 1, 2, 3 of these. Think about where you're gonna have these in your yard.
Everywhere.
I'm already, in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's gonna go into the back garden by the veggies. It's gonna go in a pot by the side of the hot tub, just to have like this cool little warm environment. It's gonna go into the front yard. I am going to truly put these everywhere. This is $37 to bring home this 3-piece set, $12.33, and ships to you for free. Brand new today. Talk to us about these amazing grasses.
Well, these are a show-stopping plant. They're really like social media famous. You will want to look at these all day long. This is called pink muhly grass, and you can see from these images, this is a fall color plant, but it is 3 or 4 seasons of interest. So when Justin was just talking about, here's where I want to put it, here's where I want to put it, some of our plants don't look good in the winter time, in the spring, in the summer, and in the fall. This plant will do that for you. So in the spring and in the summer, it will be these grassy, nice, dense. So you have a screen you want to cover, you have a fence you want to cover, you have a neighbor's house, you want to put it by your hot tub, anywhere that you just want to screen all summer long.
Well,
but then, yeah.
I was gonna say, I just want to remind everyone, you last had this here 5 years ago.
Or longer.
Like it's been years since we had this back in stock. It's now back. You've got to hurry up,
it won't last.
because it's going to fly out of here. So if you want this, this is the very first day that we've presented it. I've never seen anything like this before. I was telling you earlier about, and I'm going to show you a little picture here. This is my backyard, and Rachel and Sam had come over, and this is what our sunsets look like every single day in the summertime.
Oh my God, look how lush your backyard is.
Isn't it amazing? Like I love that backyard. This here, I'm thinking one of these on a planter up top, the sunset would be this amazing mix to be able to have. This is something that, to me, it brings in such gorgeous beauty to anywhere, but it does have like a little ombre effect. It feels like a sunset or a sunrise.
It does feel like a sunset, and this is the plant that gives you everything that you want. It will give you that screening, it will give you that color in the fall, it gives you movement in the garden, it gives you that serenity, and it gives you low maintenance, right? It's like, I want all of those things, but I'm not a gardener, so how do I do that? All you need to know is this just plant it anywhere, part shade, part sun. It can tolerate any of those conditions, not full shade, and don't plant it in a spot that gets wet. That's the only thing. Like if you do want it in a container, any container that you are planting in should have a drainage hole. No plant wants wet feet. So make sure you have a drainage hole, and the rest of it, the plant will do its thing, and it will live for years. The payoff of this is so incredible. You know, when we do our gardens with perennials like this, that is the really fun thing, is that you plant it once and it does the show the rest of the time.
I just got an idea here because I started to, like, as you're talking and I'm looking at these, just imagine this is on your patio. And this is where you have your chair. And now you've got a cup of whatever, coffee, tea, you name it. And this is what you're surrounded by. This is what your morning is when you wake up and you have that cup of coffee. This is how you're gonna end your night after that long day, and you're gonna have a glass of wine. And this is what you're going to be surrounded by.
And a breeze comes by.
Oh, I can hear the wind chime right now.
Right, you can hear the wind chime.
Oh, it feels like summer.
And it feels like that meadow feel. It's that calming, relaxing feel when these are blowing in the wind. It really is a magical experience, because for a grass, which are super low maintenance, really hardy, grasses are a great place to put in it design-wise anywhere in the garden. But the pink, no other grass has these pink fronds like pink muhly grass.
Well, we also haven't had it for years. You've waited for this to come back in stock. You've asked Katie over and over and over again, when are you going to bring it back in stock? Today is the day. It's $37 or $12.33 on an easy payment to be able to bring this at home. It does have that meadow feel. Like I'm instantly taken to a meadow. You're given, and you can use this as a privacy barrier if you want to. You can use this to be able to add that little pop of color. You can use this to be a filler in spots that are a little bit blank. I mean, look at how gorgeous this is, like a walkway.
Oh, and it works great in coastal gardens if you have a beach house or even a container at your beach house, but it loves sandy soil. It can tolerate regular soil, clay soil. It really doesn't matter. It can go anywhere. But look at this. Justin, this picture is probably 6 plants. So if you do want to create this look, this massive hedge of these beautiful pink cotton candy fronds, you might need to get a couple.
And Katie, a lot of people are picking up more than one.
Yay!
So here's what's going on. A lot of people are recognizing that we've not had this for years, and they're stocking up while we've got it. Now, there's not a lot to go around. This is the very first show with Cottage Farms that we have for 2026. This is not going to last. I'm giving you fair warning. You woke up early this morning, you tuned into QVC. Good for you, because you've got the first crack at being able to bring these at home. I'm telling you, these are coming to my house. Like when I get off the air, I'll be placing my order for this as well, because I want that little bit of filler. But to me, I want the color. I want something different.
Absolutely.
I want something that is calming. I want something that's gonna blow in the breeze. I just am looking at this, and I can't wait for those sunset happy hours again, for the plants to match the sky.
And for the low maintenance. You know, I love that you're so excited about these plants, because me too. I love these. These are a favorite amongst professional landscape designers and average gardeners, right? So, and I want you to know this is what you get home, but I promise you these are fast growers. This is the best, healthiest root system that we can send you. So you will get this by the end of your first growing season from this plant.
That's incredible. Okay, can't wait for the end of the season, specifically just to see that. Although I hope this season takes its time. After this long winter, I'm okay with a long summer as well. M139414 is the item number to bring all 3 of those grasses at home. Lots of people are picking up more than one. Coming up a little bit later on, we've got a 3-piece Hummingbird mint set for you here. 3 different colors in that Hummingbird mint. It's going to, of course, attract all of those hummingbirds to your front yard, your backyard, the side patio, you name it, and it's shipping to you for free. M139522 is your item number to bring that one at home. And then maybe you want to mix it together with a butterfly bush. How about 3 plants? You see the one in the middle? Oh my gosh, I love the ombre effect. The yellow is super rare. Due to find. So not only are we giving you 3 different multicolor butterfly bushes here, we're giving you a couple of rare ones, $9.67, and ships to you for free. Well, I want you to think, if you were to go out today, today's Wednesday, Valentine's Day is on Saturday. How much are you gonna pay for roses with only 3 days left before Valentine's Day? You think it's gonna be $29.98?
No.
For maybe 2 of them, 3 of them.
If you could find them even.
What about if you were to bring home one big, giant rose Bareroot that's going to create these incredible roses year after year after year? And you have your choice in color here today. Love, Peace, and Paradise. Love is gonna be the classic rose, that deep, beautiful red. In the center, that's gonna be your Paradise, right? And then finally we have it in the Peace here. These are big, giant roses. They are large, in about 5 inches size, and they are going to flower in 60 to 90 days. I know. In my mind, it's, I'm like going, that's April, May, you're gonna start getting flowers.
Well, depending on when you get your plants home, because we ship them out. Just as a reminder, if you've never bought plants on TV before, we are only shipping these when it is the right time for you to plant them. So you might get them in April, but yes, roses are a summer bloomer. So they are ready to go, and we send you Bareroot. We'll do a planting demo in a minute. We'll cover that. But 60 to 90 days because they're ready. They're like dug up out of the field right before we ship them to you. And that's why we do it, because we know you want the payout this year. You don't want to wait. You want these beautiful, timeless, vintage roses now. So, let's give them to you.
Let's talk about roses, because I feel like when my Uncle Tom, he was my great uncle, this guy had the greenest thumb you could possibly get. And his rose bushes
I bet.
were impeccable, incredible. But I remember him being, I mean, he cared for them. There was a lot of maintenance in what he had. Is that true of every rose, or are there some that are a little bit easier to maintain?
So these are what we call those old-fashioned roses, which did get diseases. They did attract Japanese beetles. So people like your uncle would be out there hand-picking beetles off of their roses. They cared for them so much. They looked beautiful. Now you don't need to do that. Should have started with that.
We like that.
No, you don't need to do that.
Maintenance.
So disease resistant, much improved disease resistance. Even though we're calling these vintage roses, over the years they have still improved them. But they are the classic variety that was started out. So the love rose, of course, it's the classic red. Red is the symbol of love, but it's not just any red. You can tell that it has, well, this is the peace rose. This is the peace rose.
Yes, and you know, I'm just going to pause really quick. You have your choice here. So you're going to choose which one you want. We're sending one of these to you for $29.98. You're deciding which one. So right over here,
let's start with
that's your love. So we'll start off with the love.
And love is that, like I said, classic red rose. All of these will have a fragrance. So you're getting fragrance. They're all perfect for cutting and taking indoors. This one has these big 5-inch blooms that are deep red, that love symbol, but as you can see, touched with white.
I mean, absolutely
stunning.
Gorgeous. You think of a rose, you go to the grocery store, they're small little things.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like a tulip.
Yeah.
Right? This,
and how long do they last?
Massive.
If you buy it from the grocery store, you're lucky if you get a week out of that bouquet until they start to wilt. When you cut fresh flowers from your garden, if you've never done that, I'm saying a month. You will get a month of beauty. And these are those classic longer stem roses that you should cut and enjoy indoors.
Also, when you bring flowers inside, my bathroom is where I got this little vase and I would just constantly, all summer long, put flowers in there. You feel great. Like there's a little bit of bragging when somebody's here like, by the way, I cut that from the backyard. Like that, you want one, you go in the back and cut one too.
Take one home.
In the center here, this one is what we are calling the Paradise.
Yes. Now the Paradise is what Justin's backyard is. I mean, it is supposed to be that emblem of heaven. So you have, when you see this lavender rose that also has a little bit of lighter colorway under it, it's like a lighter purple that the edges are dusted with. So it's a little bit harder to see here, but this rose is also a two-toned rose, also going to be a big flower, and this is the most fragrant of the collection. So when you are buying this rose, you're getting the beauty, you're getting the disease resistance, and you are getting, pow, that fragrance.
Phone lines are busy. The love and the Paradise, everybody's bringing it home right now. I'm just imagining how this is such a great gift to be able to give. Maybe for Valentine's Day, maybe you print out a picture of it and say, this is what's coming, because you forgot the bouquet. No problem, we've got you covered. Go ahead and print that picture out, add it to the card. I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth the wait. Finally, over here, this one's called Peace.
Yes, and the Peace Rose was actually named after World War II. So this is a beautiful rose to honor that moment of serenity, that moment of peace. And I love because it is like a sunset. I mean, this rose literally has every single color. It has the pinks, it has the yellows, it has the oranges, and it is stunning. Oh,
I'm just saying, like, that together.
That would be
is
beautiful.
Kind of amazing to have that. Just to have that, honestly, behind any of those tall grasses, which, by the way, we've just got back in stock after years of waiting.
The pink muhly grass, and they both love full sun. So the number, let's say 2 big care tips for roses. Actually, let's do a planting demo so everyone can see what it looks like when you get it home and really how easy it is. Because I think a lot of people are intimidated by Bareroot.
Okay.
Have you ever planted a Bareroot plant?
I've not. No, this is the first time.
So the trick here is to know first which way is up, and the thorns are the ones that you want to keep above the ground.
Okay.
That's my big tip for you. And also, you just want to bury all the roots. So right here, just make sure you bury all the roots. You want to dig a nice, deep, wide hole. put it in there, you're bearing all the roots, remember, and backfill it and water really, really well with the first couple of weeks for planting. Otherwise, after that, this will do its thing. And don't fertilize it until you start to see new growth. But we do have a very specific fertilizer for roses.
Got it, okay.
Roses love a very specific type of food. So then once you start to see your leaves, start to fertilize it, and within 60 to 90 days, you will have flowers.
It's that easy to do.
We just planted it.
Absolutely love it. M139546 is your item number. Ships to you for free. Do you want the love, the peace, or the paradise? The choice is yours. But bring it at home now and do so as a Valentine's Day gift. I think it's a great gift to be able to give, and certainly a lot more affordable than what you're going to find out at that grocery store. Coming up in a little bit, we've got the Pollinator Power Pack. And I was telling Katie earlier that my vegetable garden, I went crazy on the pollinators.
Yes.
And I had the best year of my veggie garden yet because I was able to attract those pollinators that were pollinating everything all around my yard. And 139542 is going to be your item number to bring that pollinator pack at home. And as a reminder as well, the only jasmine that we have on QVC.com right now is the one that you see on your screen. And guess when we made it available? About 35 minutes ago. M139431 is your item number to bring home this two-piece of that sweet, fragrant Arabian jasmine. It takes me right to the resort. I grew jasmine on my back deck last year as well. Walking in and out and just getting the whiff of that, I didn't realize I wasn't at a five-star resort. It was my house, but it made me feel like I was. Okay, every single year, our SunPatiens from Cottage Farms fly out here.
They do.
And with good reason, because these SunPatiens have extraordinary color to them.
Yeah.
They're unbelievably easy to grow, and they're always unbelievably popular. They also are gonna flower from early summer all the way to the first frost.
Yeah.
So we're talking about months on months on months of flowering. You can put them in garden beds, borders, containers, hanging baskets. It's probably easier to name what you can't do with them, which
I was just like, when's
would be
it gonna
nothing.
stop?
Yeah, like it's easy. You can do anything you want with them. You get 3 different colors here. It's $27.98 or $9.33 on an easy payment. It ships for free to your front door. This is what it's going to look like when you get it.
Since you're picking it up now,
already.
So these are ready to go. I mean, the reason why people love SunPatiens is because they literally don't stop blooming. They will be blooming from the minute you get them home until, I mean, here in Pennsylvania, I have stopped planting fall mums and the cabbages and the kales because these are still blooming at Halloween.
That's
I have
wild.
pictures every year of my kids in their Halloween costumes in front of the SunPatiens.
That is unbelievable.
Crazy.
But when you look at it, it's big and hardy like a mum would be.
Oh my God, it is. I mean, at their biggest, let's say here in Pennsylvania, they're getting 2 feet across. I mean, it is a giant full plant. For those of you in the South, because you're getting yours home faster than we are, yours could get even bigger.
That is wild. Let's talk about each color. This first one, my eye just keeps drawing to.
I know.
It's kind of like neon-y.
It is so bright. And I think it's because the candy stripe. So I was laughing earlier as I was looking at the plants. I'm like, I guess I dressed to really literally match every plant in this show.
Yes, which I don't think there could have been a better sweater ever worn for any flower show.
So because these are so good, SunPatiens, they are our #1 best-selling annual. If you think though you're hearing us say impatient, please, SunPatiens. So impatiens are disease-ridden. They only grow in the shade. They don't get that big. These are better breeding than those old annuals. This is an annual, so this will be what it looks like in one season. This is one plant.
And how long do we go from that little guy there to this one here? What are we talking?
I would say maybe a month and a half.
That's it?
Yes, but remember, yours is going to be ready to flower. I mean, it has already got all those little buds on it. If you wanted to put it in a container, we have some petunias in the show. You want to put something in the container that will fill it out for that first month, fine, go ahead and do that. But then it will choke. This SunPatiens will choke out anything in a container because they will fill that whole entire space.
Do I need to deadhead it? Is there maintenance that I've got to do to this?
Nothing. That is what is so amazing. The only complaint I ever hear about SunPatiens is, I wish I bought bought more? Why didn't I buy more? After you grow them, you will, I still don't understand it. Where do the flowers go? It's like they completely melt away. There's nothing, no debris on the ground. So if you want to put them by your front door, where I put them is everywhere, but mostly in the walkway leading up to my house. It gets part sun, part shade, and that's where I want that pow. That's where I want color. I want to greet people with a beautiful, happy, smiling face of the SunPatiens.
Yet another example where our customers are stocking up.
Good.
Buying more than one right now. This is $9.33.
Oh.
This is $9.33. And this is $9.33. That is your price. It's also your easy pay, $27.98. Here's what I want you to think about. If you were to go to the grocery store and you were to purchase this, what do you think it's going to cost? Just one of these. Do you think it's going to be 10 bucks? No, I don't think it's going to be anywhere even remotely close to that. I think it's going to be a lot more. And when you're buying them from the grocery store, you're buying them where they're like already at the end of life. Oh. You get them at home and they last for a few weeks and that's it. We're talking about early summer to the first frost, which is obviously going to be different for everybody across the country, but months upon months of flowers.
And so many flowers. But you started to talk about the neon color. So we do sell a lot of SunPatiens. I mean, thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of these because you love them so much. But please, I cannot urge you enough. If you love this stripe, this is unusual. This is a really unusual, rare color. And I love that we have them on early in the season, but believe me, they don't last. So this color is the typical bright, bold color of the SunPatien, but with this beautiful like peppermint stripe down the center. So it adds a glow.
And every single one has that. So while there are different colors that you're getting at home, they all have that peppermint stripe right in the middle. So you're getting that ultraviolet, beautiful, bright, almost neon color. Yeah. Then you're also getting one that's going to be a little bit more light pink, white, with that stripe being just right there, dead center to see. Then more of a deeper pink here, but they pair so well together.
They do.
So if you had this maybe like across a long table, you could do 3 of them there, or you could flank 2 of them on the front, or if you're getting more than one set,
you could do the same color.
Exactly, you can match them.
That's what I prefer when I buy my SunPatiens. I do like the color blocking look.
Okay.
So, and these, remember, get to be about 2 feet wide. So if you are thinking of space in the ground for annuals, maybe the front of a walkway, because they get 2 feet wide, they get to be about 12 to 18 inches tall. So they do fill out a space nicely. You need to think, plan, how long is that walkway and how many of these do I need to fill that space?
Right. And you can go right in the ground with these too.
You can go right in the ground. The biggest tip for SunPatiens, besides they take sun, they take shade, is water. They're gonna love water. Just drag a hose over, and whether you want to throw one of our fertilizer pods, which you can't even find things on this table. They're so. I know they're here.
Found it right up front. There we go.
1 pod per 1 gallon of water, just like any plant. And this is our all-purpose fertilizer.
And how often do you do that to the fertilizer?
For my annuals, especially if they're planted in containers, they don't have access to the soil every 2 weeks. I am feeding every 2 weeks. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Well, look, over 400 of these were already ordered in this show alone. These are new today. These are popular every single year. The stripe is super rare, and we have it here for you at $9.33 a piece. I highly, highly suggest that maybe you do pick up on more than one set, that you do bring that fertilizer at home as well, because we do have that available. But let's again see how this works with the grass.
Oh my God.
We love this grass.
We love this grass.
This might be our favorite plant.
This is the pink Muhly grass. This will give you that color in the fall when not a lot of other things are blooming, except for your SunPatiens. So if you want actually this look, you'll get it this year. These are perennial. Plant these in the back, and then as they're growing, you fill in the space with annuals until maybe year 3. These have taken up 4 feet of space.
And by the way, these, we made them available 42 minutes ago. 600 of them have already been picked up. You've waited years for this to come back in stock. It's back right now. And oh my gosh, is it popular this morning. You've got SunPatiens, you've got grasses, you name it. We've got everything here for you from Cottage Farms. M139410 is your item number in order to bring home those SunPatiens. The next tree that's coming up is like a lollipop to me. I mean, it's this big burst of color. I love it. I feel like it's something that you see from like a children's book.
It
It's
is.
amazing. This is a rainbow MiniFlora tree rose Bareroot that you're getting at home. I absolutely love this.
The color.
And wait until you see it in person.
Beautiful.
It's whimsical, it's different, it's fun. It looks like it's super expensive, but here's the thing. It's not. $69.
That is a
for
great
home.
price.
That's an amazing price. And then we also have a Petunia combo for you as well. $33.98 for $11.33 on an easy payment, and $139528 is the item number. To bring that at home, you get all 3 of those that you see on the screen. So that's coming up in a little bit. But first, let's show you a house plant that, if you live in a warm environment, could be used outside.
It could, yes.
But definitely designed to be a houseplant here. This is a desert rose houseplant. It's got a little bit of a look of like a bonsai tree to me. It is waxy on the
Leaves, the foliage, yep.
Which I just like immediately come over to go touch and feel.
I know.
It's an amazing sensory experience here. The flowers are gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Look at
Beautiful
those
pop of
flowers.
color. This is $28.
Picture.
I can't believe it's only $28. $9.33 on an easy payment. Brings it at home. No 2 packs are alike.
Yep.
Every single tree is going to be different in the way that it grows. So if you do want to pick up multiples, you're really bringing these super unique trees that are going to look different in every room of your house, that are going to have a different personality to it. It's such a unique piece. Let's see how we're going to get it at home, because even at home, it's this cute little plant ready to go.
It's so amazing. And you listen, here's the glossy leaves he was talking about. But with this kind of plant, it blooms for 10 months out of the year. So yeah, the leaves are nice, but it's the flowers and the shape of this that you are getting, the architectural, unusual shape. Now, this is a little baby plant, but you can kind of see this trunk is massive. It is going to be what makes this an easy care houseplant. Nobody wants something in the house, especially, or in the garden, that's going to take a lot of time. This will soak up the water, water it once a month, if that.
That's it?
Yeah. Set
once
it
a month.
and forget it. It soaks up and absorbs the water through its trunk, and then that's how it distributes it through the leaves and the flowers.
I'm thinking this is a great gift to give to them. I feel like I'm a broken record when I'm talking about housewarming gifts. But I'm always looking for housewarming. All my friends are buying houses right now, so I feel like I'm always looking for housewarming gifts. What a great, unique gift to be able to give to them, because it's easy for anybody to use.
It's easy for anybody. The payout it's amazing with the flowers. It's unusual, and it is a long-lived specimen. We call plants that are really unusual like this. So this is one shape, but these are like living sculptures. So this is also really never have to prune. So I think a lot of people get confused or scared to buy a desert rose because they think like a bonsai. I am never going to be able to clip and prune and care for that the way that the professionals do. Don't worry about it. This tree will do its thing, and it will either grow upright like this and have a lot of airy room. It will stay a little squatter. It will do its thing without you having to know when to cut it, when to prune it. And the blooms are so beautiful. What we've chosen here for this particular desert rose is the deep pink that have a nice, pretty stripe of white down the center. So they have that ombre effect for months and months and months.
I think of, this reminds me of my mom picked up a hibiscus plant that we had in the house. It was in our basement, and it was right by the sliding glass door where it got a lot of sun. And it's still there. It's got to be 17 years old.
Yeah.
At this point. Like, it just has lived
I have one of those
forever.
Too. You bring it outside when it's warm, and then you bring it back in when there's a chance of frost. So that's what you would do with this plant, and you can have it for decades.
But if we want to leave it inside all the time, we say it's never going to go outside at all.
That's fine,
it's
too.
Just going to be in the guest room by the window.
Yep.
Like, can you imagine this in your guest room, that when somebody walks in, do you know what they're going to do? They're going to do this. They're going to come up to it, and they're like, it's not
fake.
real.
Yeah.
It's a fake. And then they're gonna come up, and then they're gonna like start touching and inspecting it. And then they're gonna come over and be like, is it real? Did you grow that? And the answer is yes, you did. You don't have to tell them that it's 12 times out of the year that you water it. You don't have to tell them that there's no pruning involved. You don't have to tell them anything. You let everybody be wowed by the beauty of this. $28 is all that it costs to be able to bring one of these at home. You're getting a single Desert Rose live plant, and it's coming in a big half-gallon planter.
And you just slip this into a decorative pot of your choosing. At this stage, I would keep it in this pot that it arrives in, because it is ready to go in this pot for the next 5 years. Although it will grow quickly, these can, especially if you're in a warmer climate and you're bringing it outdoors, they can grow really, really fast. If you're keeping it inside, it'll be a little bit more of a slow grower. But the bottom line is the payout. For decades, you will have this plant with these beautiful tropical flowers, this architectural trunk, but without all of that work.
I just love that every single one is unique.
Me too.
Every single one is different.
That's
you
really
look
cool.
at all of these pictures, and each one looks a little bit different. So what is it that you're going to get at home? It's a surprise.
Yeah, that is fun.
You know, they have all the, it's like a Labubu. You open it up and it's like a surprise inside. It's kind of like this, where what's it going to grow into? How's it going to look? You'll find out once you bring it at home, and you're bringing it home today with free shipping and handling, $9.33 on an easy payment. Use it inside, bring it outside, but make sure if you have it outside, you do bring it back indoors before that first frost. M139432 is the item number for our Desert Rose live plant. Coming up, we have a 3-pack here for you of our Bugs Away perennials. Are bugs or any little pests, gnats, things like that annoying you in your yard? Why don't you bring these at home? Because this 3-pack smells great to you, but all the bugs hate it. And it's going to help to prevent them from coming to your yard. Put these in the areas where you spend a lot of time at, so that you can enjoy that space. $36.98 brings it at home. We're $12.33 on an easy pay and ships to you for free. And by the way, everything in this show is new today.
Yay!
Every single thing that we show you. Speaking of new today, how about we bring you a Hummingbird mint? I have never heard of Hummingbird mint until this show.
You have to grow it.
It is such a gorgeous plant, and you have 3 different colors that we are sending your way. The mint here is not an edible mint.
Correct.
But it is a fragrant mint.
Yes.
And it attracts the hummingbirds, and I don't know what could be better than that.
Nothing.
24 to 36 inches is what we're looking at in that bloom. It is heat and drought tolerant as well, rabbit and deer resistant. I mean, the list just keeps getting better here of all the benefits of this plant. You're benefiting right now because you have a sale price, and it's $12.66 each. That's also your easy pay with free shipping and handling as well. Where are some of the areas that I can plant this? We talking sun, shade?
Yes.
What's good?
So one of my tips for you, if you are a beginner gardener, a pollinator plant, if you know it's a pollinator plant, this has the name hummingbird in it, right? Butterfly bushes, that's a full sun plant. And when we say full sun as gardeners, we mean at least 6 hours of sun a day. So you can do east, west, south side of your house, not the north. This is not going to be a north side plant. And it helps the pollinators, it helps the flower grow, and it just really is what you want. You want flowers, so put it in that full sun spot.
So this is a pollinator.
Yes,
across, like,
a magnet.
True definition.
And the reason it's going to be such a pollinator magnet is because of the scent. So both the foliage and the flowers have a scent. So Aaron, who I work with, has been known to take the flowers, clip them, and just keep them in his car as a little car air freshener.
Oh, I love that. I'm looking at this and thinking that lining my backyard where my veggie garden is, because again, this past year was the first year
these would be perfect.
I lined up, I did a couple. It wasn't a ton, it was a couple of pollinators.
Very smart.
I can't believe the effect that it had on my veggies. My tomato plants, better than they've ever been.
I love that.
I had more cucumbers. I mean, I like literally started tallying and keeping track. Close to 300 cucumbers this year.
Did you pickle?
I pickled like crazy. It's all I did all summer long. The amount of zucchini was crazy. I had such a positive experience with bringing pollinators in that you better believe this year it's lining up the back of the garden, because I want to have those pollinators come in to be able to help to go ahead and nature and nurture everything.
Right. And that way you don't do it. I know people who literally are painting their zucchini flowers because the pollinators are not in their garden. So they take the pollen from one. That's too complicated.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Plant hummingbird mint. And if you don't have a vegetable garden, you are still doing the right thing for your backyard, for your community, for the earth. I mean, that's what you're doing, is you're providing a place for them to come and rest. You're providing places places for birds to come, and maybe they want to eat the caterpillars. You're creating a whole ecosystem in your yard, even with just one container.
Well, let's also not forget to fail to mention that when that very first hummingbird comes over, you drop everything that's in your hands, you yell for your spouse to come over and go to the window to take a look because, oh my gosh, it's working. It's the magnet that's attracting the hummingbirds. Maybe you have a hummingbird feeder and you just weren't getting the hummingbirds like you thought you were going to. Add a little more in. Now, are hummingbirds native across the country?
They are.
Every
The
state?
ruby-throated hummingbird is our most, well, that's the one here on the East Coast. I just finished reading a great book, The Backyard Bird Chronicles, and it is a California hummingbird. So I'm not as used to the hummingbirds out there, but there's native hummingbirds in every single state. And this is a native plant. So they will go wherever you are. This will be food for them. And the other thing about it is at Cottage Farms, we have a couple different monikers, and one is that we call perpetual plant. So when you hear me say this is a perpetual, this plant will bloom like an annual, but you saw the little card that popped up, but it's a perennial. So if you just need a refresher on that, an annual is a plant that just blooms in 1 year. It gives it its all. It looks amazing. There are places in our garden for annuals, perennials, trees, shrubs. Then our perennials usually have a season in which they bloom. Well, don't tell the hummingbird mint, but they're a perennial that blooms like an annual. So they're really perpetually in bloom in your garden. And what we've done with this collection, Justin, is we've chosen really unusual colors too. So we've got our Rosy Posy, and this one is going to be, you saw the pictures showed it best. It is like a deep magenta, but each little flower is gonna have some purple on it. They're so beautiful, and those little trumpets are where the hummingbird comes up to, flies, and gets its little food. Here, look at that color. It is a multi-tone, two-tone colorway. Absolutely stunning. Really unusual color for hummingbird mint, as is the orange. So we call that one the Mango Tango, which I just love that name.
Such a fun name.
Yeah, and it also has two colorways. So it's
it kind of reminds me of honeysuckle a little bit.
It does.
Like it kind of looks like that a little bit.
And if you love that, we had that collection in our Nature's Fragrance garden, which also came with one of these hummingbird mints. If you love hummingbird mint, pick that collection up too. So the Mango Tango, orange, purple, pink, also a really unusual colorway. And then more of a classic color for hummingbird mint, this blue. Blue is a sought after color in the garden. There's really no true blue. So when we call plants blue, they're as close as it's gonna get to that beautiful blue in a garden. And these will pick up the tones of the Mango Tango, of the Rosy Posy. The three of these together are absolutely beautiful. They make great fillers here for your garden beds. Look, this is probably 2 or 3 of those hummingbird mints. So if you do want that massive look that you choke out weeds, believe me, when you are planting these, please take a look. Yeah, look at you. You're teed right up.
Right there.
The guide to remember how close you want to plant them, because the last thing you want is bare soil, because then you know what that means? Weeds.
Oh,
weeds.
yeah, we don't want that.
We don't want weeds. So plant them close together. With these, it's like 18 inches apart. So it will crowd out the weeds. You don't need to buy mulch anymore. You don't need to weed. You just have flowers.
This is what you're getting at home. How long from here to here?
This is one growing season. So you will absolutely have flowers, this plant, this size at the end of your first year.
You're getting 3 of them at home. This has already been popular in our show. This is going to attract the hummingbirds. It's a magnet for them. You get all 3 colors that you see. So it's this beautiful pop of color, and I love that they're all bright and they're vibrant and they're something that is absolutely gorgeous. Maybe pick up more than one set again if you want to flink any of these, if you want to have the colors match through. But I'm thinking like lining the side of your home with these would be awesome. Having them in the front yard, or even just individually. We can put them in pots too.
You can, and you know what? You see in that Mango Tango, there's a butterfly bush right behind it, which they go great with butterfly bushes that I know we have coming up right here.
Katie, can you remind us again of the Cottage Farms warranty?
I would love to, because I know a lot of you maybe don't buy a lot of plants on TV, but we love plants. We take good care of them at our farm in Alabama. We've been doing this since 1947. We guarantee our plants. Where else can you find someone who will guarantee a perennial for an entire year?
Not the garden center I've been to.
No, exactly. So you can shop with confidence knowing you can try this. Is there something that you've wanted to try? You have a whole year to figure out whether it works for you. 90 days with annuals. please try them and get in touch with us if you have any problems.
We've had over 600 of our pink muhly grasses ordered in this show. You've waited years for this to come back in stock. It's got a coastal vibe. It feels a little sunset sunrise. It's different and it's easy to grow. An amazing filler. It only launched an hour ago here. It's new today. M139414 is your item number. $12.33 on an easy payment. You get 3 of them. So that's $12.33 each.
Wow.
And this is something that everybody should have at home. I'm ordering mine today as soon as I'm done off this show because I want to have that beautiful pink grass that's a little bit of a filler in some of the blank spots in my yard.
Easy, easy care.
Shipping to you for free. M139414. It's still available, but I'll tell you what, it's been popular this morning. This up next is an amazing butterfly bush kit that we are giving you. It's the only best way I can describe it. It's kind of like the sampler pack. You are getting 3 different butterfly bushes here, 3 different colors. Those colors include a pink, a yellow that is unbelievably rare to find, and I have never seen an ombre. Like I'm used to saying, look at the ombre finish in the Halo Wand Lighter. Look at the ombre finish in the Primula cup. Hey, take a look at the ombre finish in the butterfly bush. A sentence I didn't think that I was gonna say, but leave it to Cottage Farms to allow for me to be able to do it. We have these gorgeous butterfly bushes for you, $9.66 each. 10-inch long flowers. Are you kidding me?
Butterfly bushes are incredible. And I love that you call this a starter pack. If you're buying this, make it a gift, get a little butterfly book, and give this as a gift to somebody because there are going to be so many butterflies on this plant. I have not even any of these colors because they're so new. I have an old purple one, and I have it planted outside of my screened-in porch window, and it is like super highway. They come and they land, and just watching the butterflies come to these plants is incredible. It is a show. It's living TV, great for all ages, especially kids, to come over and have that appreciation for nature.
I'm looking up on my phone right now. This was from this year on my butterfly bush, where I literally was just following along with that little butterfly that it was the very first day that I saw it. And like it was the most exciting thing. And I was so excited. Oh yeah, that's my garden on the front. And obviously not a great cameraman because I could not keep up with it. But the excitement of like all of a sudden I saw the butterfly, rip out my phone, go over there, try and fly. I'm yelling to my husband like, we got one finally, that monarch is on. I mean, it was the most exciting day. And every single time that I saw a butterfly in that butterfly bush, and we have one of them that is in our front yard. It is non-stop all summer. And it is just this connection with nature that you get. You can't help, like if you're on the phone with somebody when you're walking, you see the butterfly, you're like, I'm gonna call you back. Because you just stand and you watch and you observe and you take it in. And you're right, with kids, that's an amazing thing. To know that you're creating an environment for the butterflies to come to. You can't get anything better than that.
You can't. You can't. And this is the plant to do it. This is like candy for the butterflies. But it's also a very great beginner plant. So when all my friends ask me for garden design tips, right? That's what they're doing. They're like, I bought a new house, as your friends do. Where do I start? I don't really know where to start in my garden. I have some green plants. They look green all year. I'm like, I have the plant for you. And this is what I tell them. Not only is this plant the payout with the butterflies, the color, it blooms its head off. It's so easy. Anybody can grow these and get the color of these flowers.
Okay, now butterfly bushes can get very big. What is this one going to be?
So these are different plants. So let's start with the multicolor one because this is the only butterfly bush on the market that blooms in 3-4 different colors. So you're not unusual not seeing it. A lot of people hadn't seen it before. It is one of our more popular ones because of that ombre effect. And it will be the biggest in the collection. So this one can get to be about 4 feet tall and wide.
Okay, so it can be. You want to give space.
You want to give it space. In fact, I grew a fire pit. I have a fire pit garden at my house, but I wanted it to be secret. So around the fire pit, I have a hibiscus and a butterfly bush. Hibiscus, butterfly bush, and I have them planted to create a screen.
That's cool.
These do that, and they bloom like crazy. So this is the ombre multicolor butterfly bush. It'll be the biggest, and you get all 3. The second one is this honeycomb, and many of you told me when we did have this last year. I am buying whatever collection that you give me that has the honeycomb in it because it's so unusual and rare. It actually is yellow. I mean, bright yellow, which is incredibly unusual for a butterfly bush. Wow. And the blooms are like little mini bouquets that go up the stem. So there's still going to be that big wand.
Kind of looks like lantana a little bit.
It does look a lot like lantana. The butterfly bush.
See me flexing my flower knowledge, by the way, just throwing the lantana in there.
Yes.
Learning.
And have that beautiful scent, just like lantana, strong honey-like scent. So that's the honeycomb. You might just want this collection for the honeycomb alone. But then we got you a brand new butterfly bush. This is called Prince Charming, and it is a raspberry, a colorway unlike we have ever seen before. A deep, deep magenta, and it's going to be a little smaller than the multi. So will the honeycomb. They'll only get to be about 3 feet tall by 3 feet wide. So if you are putting these in a garden together, you'll want to put the multicolored one towards the back and the Prince Charming and the honeycomb more up to the front.
Okay. It's kind of like a tall ice cream cone. It's like an ice cream cone for the butterflies. Like that's what I'm looking at when I'm seeing this. And you get all 3 of them. And everything that you see here, are we looking at the first year growth?
First year growth, yes.
That's
and
amazing.
Before we go, I did pull the Hummingbird mint over because I thought we just had that collection of 3. When you're putting together a garden, you don't just want one plant. So make sure you are getting the Hummingbird mint. They all love full sun. They all attract pollinators. They're all fragrant. It would be the most beautiful garden.
$9.67 brings home all 3 of this on that easy pay. It's $9.67 each, M139427. All right, coming up, it's a little bit later on in the show, but we have this incredible magnolia tree. Now, when you go to an estate, a magnolia tree is like 5 decades old.
Right.
This,
but not this color.
You do not have to wait for this to bloom. In fact, the color that you see too is super rare. I've never seen these beautiful like maroon, wine color type of magnolias. $30 on an easy payment to bring that tree at home. And then the SunPatiens have been wildly popular in this show, and we still have them available. $27.98. M139410 is the item number to bring that one at home. $9.33 on an easy payment. All right, we are going to take a quick little break, but when we come back, we've got a lot more gardening with you here with Cottage Farms. And oh yeah, that magnolia tree, that's coming up. You've never seen colors like this before. It'll be in our next hour. Don't go anywhere. We're doing a lot of gardening here on QVC.
The retail value represents an actual comparison shopped price on the first day QVC offered the item for sale. Other retailers may have since dropped their prices, and customers should comparison shop on their own if they wish to. Retail value does not necessarily represent the prevailing retail price in every community and does not represent a price at which QVC will sell a product. The comparable retail value represents a comparison shopped price for other merchandise of like grade and quality to the item being advertised. The if purchased separately price is the price that a product with multiple components, for example a 5-piece kit, would be expected to sell for if each individual component were valued separately and those values were then totaled. The if purchased separately price does not take into account the pricing of other multi-component products at retail that may contain some of the same component items. Lowest price we found means the price at which QVC is selling the product was the lowest our buyers found when they recently comparison shopped the product at select U.S. online retailers. QVC buyers continue to monitor the price at these select retailers as long as lowest price we found is advertised.
Welcome into QVC and welcome into the garden. We've got gardening made easy by Cottage Farms for you this morning. My name is Justin Sachoka. It is so nice to be spending this Wednesday morning with you. I am surrounded by these bright, beautiful colors of flower. It's cheery. It may be 8 a.m. I may have gotten 4 hours of sleep, but guess what? I could not be in a better mood today because when you are gardening, it just puts you into the best mood. And we have the best collections here for you. How about a Pollinator Power Pack? That's right. We're giving you 3 different flowers that all are amazing pollinators. M139542 is your right number, $12.66. Everything in this show is new today. This is the first show for Cottage Farms this season, and we are so excited to be kicking them off this morning. $37.98 brings the power pack at home. Katie is joining us and has been all morning long. Katie DeBow is here, and a horticulturist, knows a thing or two when it comes to flowers, when it comes to pollinators.
Yes.
Super important to have in our garden.
Oh, the most important, because we were talking about some of our collections earlier, our hummingbird mint, our butterfly bushes. What you are doing is not just planting something that is beautiful for you, because that's what we want, right? We want beautiful gardens to look at, but also do double duty. And they look good in the garden, but then they attract pollinators, which is good for your backyard, good for your vegetable garden,
right,
good for your community, good for the planet.
We are giving you a really good deal right now. You are getting these for $37.98, $12.66 each. Let's go through each one of them, because they're all a little bit different.
So Justin said, listen, I know about plants, but I go to the experts when it comes to plants. And at Mount Cuba, which is a garden near here, beautiful garden that actually studies native pollinator plants. They have studies year after year. And I sat through a presentation last year where they highlighted Monarda, Echinacea, and daisies, and said these are three of the best plants that you can plant to attract pollinators. So I said, we've got to bring those to QVC.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you did that.
We have got to bring those, because you want the best of the best. But they trialed which is the best Monarda, which is the best Echinacea, which means less disease, more flowers, more pollinators per plant. So let's talk about these. That's why we are bringing these to you in this collection. But the Monarda, so this is bee balm. That's what the common name is, bee balm. You might also know it as Earl Grey tea.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, didn't realize that's where it comes from.
It has this very spicy leaf. So if you wanted to make your own tea,
it's kind of like oregano almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can make your own tea from the bee balm, but beautiful color. So this is going to be the smallest. It's called the Balmy series. So it's a newer plant. Of course, we're not just going to give you any old one. So this only gets to be about a foot tall. So if you only have one container, you can attract the pollinators. Put all of these in one pot. Monarda would be towards the front.
Okay, wait, now selfishly, how do I make tea out of this? Because I'm a big tea drinker.
So you take the leaves and you just dry them. What I do at the house is I do my lavender, I do chamomile, I do mint. I kind of wrap them with I wish I could say it was something cute, but a rubber band. And I clip them, I hang them upside down for about a week. They dry. And I still have tea that I grew this summer in my house now that I drink every morning.
This summer, you just inspired me to do so.
Tea garden.
Okay, right in the center. This is
the daisy. Yes,
right?
the White Mountain Shasta daisy.
Very common.
Very common. He loves me not. Yes, that is the daisy, but it's a great pollinator plant. And it's actually well, no, we have the jasmine. As far as white flowers go, it is going to be like a spotlight. So I love this because it's a pollinator plant, because it blooms like crazy, but also because it acts like you have just put a little light. You know, we sell a lot of those beautiful little solar lights in the garden. That's what white flowers do for your garden. Is look, I mean, they just, look at this. It's like a pop. Where does your eye go first? That happy little face.
Directly to that center, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I love an echinacea. Echinacea is such a gorgeous flower. I love how the petals just come down and that little cone in the center. It's amazing.
Beautiful.
We give it to you in this bundle.
This collection. So that's going to be the tallest flower in the bunch. So you'll want to put that one towards the back. This is called the Artisan Echinacea because it is orange. Oh, what? So unusual. And it's like it's just been painted with the petals because they're so pretty. And yes, they have that cone in the middle, which is a pollinator haven, but also in the winter, do not cut it back because it becomes food for the birds. They will land on the stem, eat the seeds out of the goldfinches, robins, all winter will eat the seeds. So now you're providing food for the birds as well.
We put in the front a pot that has all three of them. So if you want to take this entire collection and put them in that one pot, you can. About what size pot would you recommend?
I would do a 14 or 16 inch pot. That way you can keep it like that for years. These are all perennials. They all come back year after year. The only thing is drainage hole, but then sun. This is a full sun collection because if you remember, where do our pollinator plants like to go? in the sun.
Yeah.
So that's the tip. If you're like, I can't really remember, oh, it's a pollinator plant, this is going to be full sun, meaning at least 6 hours of sun a day. And fertilizer, this will do with our all-purpose fertilizer. Most of the plants in this show can be fed with this all-purpose fertilizer.
Okay.
1 pod per 1 gallon of water. For this collection, you can feed it twice in the summer, you know, July and in August.
Okay, so it's an
this
easy
will
one.
last you for years.
It really, and it's like shelf stable for
Shelf
that
stable,
entire time.
absolutely. Yep.
Bring that fertilizer at home. It's so easy. You take the pod, you put it inside of one of those, gallon jugs that you have, and you use it over and over again. 1, 2, 3 different plants, 3 different plants that you're getting. That echinacea, the daisy, and you're also bringing the Monarda, and that's called Monarda Fireball to it.
Oh,
and it does have a lot of fire underneath it. It's like a little firework. It's like an explosion of petals.
I love that about these. They do look like a firework. And that's the other thing about this collection is, of course, the colors are different. Bloom time is similar. So when you're looking at your garden, you will get late spring through the summer and different colors. So that's why we put this collection together, because it was going to be easy for you, provide bloom power, color, and attract those pollinators.
$12.66 on an easy pay in order to bring that one at home. M139542 is your item number. All right, I am picking up on this next one. The reason why is because I got Jasmine last year. I learned the hard way that Jasmine you should bring inside. I may have left it outside a little bit too long, and I may have killed it. I am so upset that I did so, because all summer long, I just watched as my Jasmine would vine up this little planter that I got, had the most beautiful flowers, the sweetest jasmine smell, and then I killed it. And now this year, I'm gonna do better.
Well, you didn't kill it. Mother Nature killed it.
Let's go with that.
Yes.
That's exactly right. Because you know what? I did a good job caring for it over the summer up until that first frost. And 139431 is the item number. Now, this Jasmine that we're bringing here, you're getting 2 of them. It's a 2-piece set. It is the only Jasmine that we've got on QVC.com right now. It's the only one that you're gonna find. So I highly suggest that you pick up on this today if you like Jasmine. $14.50 each is a phenomenal price for this, but it's all about the smell.
All about the smell.
About the fragrance.
Oh my God.
And these can be used in a pot, or you can have them where they can go up against something and vine.
Yeah, so this is called Arabian jasmine. It's a little different than our vining, like a star jasmine. So this is going to have a little bit more of a bushy habit. So if you don't have that space to let it grow really tall, it will still get to be about 3 feet wide. So it has a trailing habit, is what we call it, more than a vining, which means it wants to hang. However, it still can grow. You put a trellis in here, it will grow up, just not maybe 6 feet tall.
Got it.
Little different
Smaller.
of a jasmine than maybe others you've grown. But I think that's a little bit more practical, honestly, because if you don't have a trellis, number one, now you have to buy that, but you have a container, even in the ground, you plant it near another plant, guess what it's gonna do? It plays nicely. It will wind and twist inside that other plant.
What about, like, I'm looking at that white fence over there.
Yeah.
How would it do on that white fence? Would it grow out and up?
It would grow out and up, maybe 3 feet high. So not 6 feet, but go 3 feet. So it would be a nice, dense, low, more bushy habit against a fence or in a container. You put it, it will trail over the side so beautifully. But the habit of it is great. We love that because it's more practical, but we really get it for the flowers.
The flowers is what it's all about.
The bright white, and this one has the best scent. This is the most popular tropical plant for that number one reason, is that heavenly, perfumey, intoxicating scent.
I can't even begin to tell you how many times somebody would come over our house and I would pick a flower off and be like, just smell this. And how proud I was that I grew it too. Like it was a sense of pride that I was able to do that. I just fell in love with the jasmine. It became the plant that I put right next to the door so that every time we would walk in and out from our back deck back into the kitchen, you would get that whiff of it, because it is a type of flower that when you go into those 5-star hotels, when you go into those really fancy places, you get these gorgeous scents, and it's jasmine often that you're experiencing. A lot of people are picking up more than one right now, which makes sense because guess what? It's the only jasmine that we have on QVC.com.
Yes.
You don't find it from anybody else. It's just Cottage Farms that has this right now. So I highly, highly suggest that you shop early on this before it's gone for this season. We just made this available this morning. This is the very first Cottage Farm show of the season. It's all about the star of the show, which is that bright white flower with a gorgeous scent.
Gorgeous scent, easy care too. I mean, you can put it in sun, you can put it in part shade, but it is going to have these beautiful white flowers covering the plant. I mean, they'll be loaded and you don't have to pick them. The scent will travel. It will come, you brush by it. You have dogs, plant this by where they walk. They'll brush by the scent. Your dogs will smell like jasmine. You can clip some of the blooms because this is not like that really long viney one. They do make great bud vases. You can add them to other arrangements. The scent is incredible. It is so easy. And we were just talking about white flowers in our Shasta daisies, but the white are so elegant.
Yeah.
And they make any space pop.
You know what I've done with them too is you take a little bit of them, a little bowl, like a decorative bowl, you put in your bathroom and you just throw a couple of them in there so when people are coming over, it's just like a little extra kind of resorty type
Forget
of
the
feel.
candle.
Yeah, it's like, it's fancy. It's
Grow a
upscale.
candle.
It's amazing. Here's the warranty, by the way.
Yes.
If you're just shopping with us for the first time, or maybe you're a returning customer, can you remind us again about the warranty here with Cottage Farms?
Cottage Farms guarantees our plants are perennials for an entire year. So you will know whether you have any problems with it, or our annuals for 90 days, which, Justin, that's 3 months. That's your whole growing season of the annual. So please, for any reason, if you are dissatisfied, get in touch with us at the phone number or email address below and we will make it right.
Never been to a garden center where I could return the plant or get that
a year later?
Here, we do things a lot different. And we give you easy payments, which makes it even easier to bring these at home. This one is an amazing tree. It is whimsical. It is fun. It takes me back to, like, I feel like I'm back to my trip when I was in London. I was going to all the gardens at the castles.
Oh, yeah.
And you see these beautiful, gorgeous trees that have wonderful flowers on them. This here is called a rainbow MiniFlora tree. It's a rose Bareroot. You have these amazing roses on the top of this. And then the tree itself is super unique.
Sounds like a lollipop.
It's like a lollipop. I've never seen. I'm just gonna go up and lick it. $69 or $23 on an easy payment. A gorgeous pop of color here. That is a multicolor that you're getting as well. This is so cool.
So cool. The rainbow rose. So this is a mini rose. You may remember we had a mini rose collection last year. In the pot, little mini roses. Each rose is like the size of a quarter. They're small, little, beautiful, dainty roses. We had a collection of 12 different colors.
Yeah.
It was a choice of. Guess which one sold out the fastest? The rainbow.
Right here.
But you love this rose because it is like the sunset. We had that peace rose on earlier. Those two together would be so cool because this is color changing. In my house, we call these magic roses, magic flowers. It starts out yellow, and then as the sun hits it and it ages, it gets these deeper, maybe, you know, orange, sherbet colored petals. And so this whole entire plant will have this ombre effect to it. It will be the yellow, the oranges, even a little bit of pink. And that all happens in one flower. So of course you love this mini rose. We had to do what we do at Cottage Farms, which is we turn it into a tree. We love doing this. So what's been done is it's actually been grafted, which means you take that mini rose, put it on a hardy trunk. So now this rose is hardy down to -10. So if you live in a place where you are like, well, I really don't have a pot, I want to put it in the ground by my front door or by my patio, go for it.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking lining your driveway with
Lining your driveway.
Like, can you imagine if you got a couple of these to do that, to line it up?
Beautiful.
It would be amazing. This one, we had it last year, it sold out. Like what you're referring to, it was gone very, very quickly. The blooms here they bloom like a grape.
Yes.
Too.
So that's the thing about mini roses is a lot of our plants just bloom on the outside. Stems go out and then there's a flower, which is great. That's different. But these actually have these longer. Each stem has 1, 2, 3. You can see it in this picture here, kind of on the left. That it's the flower and then those buds coming behind it. So it actually even has more flowers than a traditional rose.
It just is non-stop.
It is just non-stop. And the only condition it loves is sun. So that's the biggest thing. For any rose, they love full sun. They will bloom better, give you more blooms, less disease. Although the rainbow roses, these mini roses are disease resistant. Really, really easy care. And so that's why we've decided to put this one on the tree because it's Easy, 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 but looks so like high maintenance and estate worthy.
Well, I was gonna say, like, do I need to come in here and trim everything out? How do I have to care for
Well, you and I both love little bud vases for our guests in our powder rooms.
Yep, love
These
that.
like stems of roses sometimes might one get a little taller than the other.
Trim it.
Trim it off. But other than that, you don't need to do any pruning here down on the trunk. This will always stay clean and clear. It will naturally grow in this beautiful rounded lollipop shape. If you do want to have it more little vase shaped, you can prune it. But if you don't and you just want it to look like this all the time, the only thing you can just kind of trim as you go, but you'll want to do that anyway because you'll want to cut some of these to enjoy them inside.
Look, this is impossible to find, but we have it here, and Cottage Farms is known for their trees.
Yes,
and
we are.
Known to be able to create extraordinary ones. Why don't we take a look at how we're going to plant this? Because the way that this is coming to you is a Bareroot. It's the second Bareroot that we had in this show. It's tall, and it's going to be blooming in the first 60 to 90 days that you get it at home.
So the reason we give you Bareroot is because the payout is so fast. This does not have to sit in a pot. What we've done is we will be digging it up right when your order is ready to go out. Out in the field, we dig it up, and so it's like, wait, it's ready for its home. So as soon as you plant it, it's ready to go, and 60 to 90 days you will get flowers. So the biggest thing is to see where the roots were growing, because this is where they were growing underground. Wherever you see anything on the bottom of the trunk, that's what you want to bury.
Got it.
Bury all of that. And we also have a stake here. So it will come in the container with a bamboo stake. Do not throw that away. You'll want to save that in the pot that you planted in. Now, after a few years, you won't need the stake anymore. But push that stake all the way down to the bottom of your pot and then backfill it. This is beautiful potting soil. Remember, backfill it up to wherever you saw those roots growing in the plant, and then you're done. Water it really well. Remember, with roses, you don't want to start fertilizing them until you see new growth, which should be like a week. I mean, if you've planted it in full sun, very quickly you will start to see new leaves. That's when you know it's time to start feeding it with our rose fertilizer. Specifically, you can use this or on one of those vintage roses that you bought.
Now, if I'm putting it in a planter, I take it outside and bring it in for the winter, or can I leave it out the whole time?
Depends on where you live. So if you live in an area that does get below zero and you have it in a planter, bring it up close to the house, put it in a garage, put it, that would be fine. But if you live in an area that does not get below zero, it can stay in the planter year round.
Got it. Okay, well, that's fantastic. I mean, I look at this and I just think that I'm instantly taken to English Gardens. I'm instantly at that fancy restaurant that, had this gardener come in and create this amazing.
I know.
You can bring it at home today, and you can do so for $23. You saw how easy it is to be able to plant, how easy it is to grow, and it ships to you for free. The color on this is extraordinary. It's whimsical, it's fun, it's upscale, and it's different as well.
Yeah.
And I love to find something that's different to add into the garden.
Yes, you will not find this anywhere.
It's nearly impossible to find. And when we had it last year, it sold out. So make sure you bring it home today. We're going to have, coming up in a little bit, that Magnolia tree. Everybody's waiting for us to get to it. It is an incredible, incredible tree. Speaking of colors that you don't find anywhere, this is like a deep wine color.
Oh, I love this color.
It's amazing. $30 brings it at home on that easy payment. Ships to you for free. All right, up next, we have a 3-piece flowering patio petunia combo for you. And this combo pack has 3 very different petunias to it. You're going to be bringing this at home for $33.98. You can use them individually.
Yeah.
Or you can do what you'll see we did here in the studio, which is plant them all together. And it makes this amazing, amazing display. No deadheading required.
Right.
So easy maintenance. Beginner friendly as well. So if you were somebody who is just getting started with gardening, you turned on the TV, you're like, they sell plants on TV? We do. We've got a guarantee behind them as well. And if you are somebody who is not a gardener, no worries. This is the one that you want to get started with. The petunias that we have on here, I can't believe this is a petunia.
This is a canna.
Okay.
I know.
Well, and
that's why
I
you've
couldn't
never
believe
seen it.
That's because I've never seen it. It's not. but these are petunias up front.
You got it.
We mix it in to give you this amazing look.
Well, I mean, the whole concept, you've heard the thriller, filler, spiller concept in containers.
Of course, yes.
Yes, so that is what good design in a container is. But you're at the garden center and the plants are this big. You look at this and you're like, I don't know, is this a filler? Is this a thriller? What do I?
Right, how do you know?
We have put it together for you. We want it to be easy. We want you to have beautiful gardens that bloom all summer long. So you told us, actually, we want more collections. Can you do the design work for us? Voila,
done.
We did it, done. So you've got your canna. This is beautiful, brand new canna to the market that is going to have these giant pink blooms to it, and they're a little bit tigery, so they have a little bit of a spot, or tigers are striped, leopardy.
Okay.
They have a little bit of a spotting to
I
them,
see a little bit.
and these will bloom for you summer all the way through to a frost.
Okay, so that, if we were going to do it on its own, then how big of a planter do you need?
I would do 12 inches, this one just by itself.
Perfect, okay.
It's stunning.
All three together?
All
14,
three together,
16?
14, 16,
Got
yes.
it.
And the petunias are wave petunias, but they're, if you've ever heard of that brand, they've been around for decades. But these are the newer breeding, so easy wave. All you need to know about that is there's no deadheading, there's bloom more and bloom for longer. So of course, we're always trying to improve our plants. Some almost you couldn't improve on the wave, but they figured it out. They figured out how to do it. So you get both of these colors. You get the pink and the purple. Those in this case both act like a filler and a spiller. So the petunia will drape nicely over the side of the container. Of course, this is a representation of what you're gonna, of the plants, because it's February. But in your garden, look at them. They're already doing their thing where they're starting to vine and grow. So that's why we've chosen these, because they will fill up the container, but they'll also drape over the side.
And we're gonna ship it to you when it's ready for where you live.
Exactly.
So we ship by zone here at QVC. These colors are vibrant. These colors are rich. These colors are going to attract people to them. Like this is what you want. Think about this as the centerpiece of maybe your outdoor patio table. This is what you're gonna put at that corner of the pool. This is what you're gonna have at the front entrance of your home, because you want that wow factor. The wow factor to me is that this is $33.98. It's just $11.33 on that easy payment. We make it better because we ship it to you for free. M139528 is the item number in order to bring this one at home. It is new here today. Again, it is beginner friendly.
Yes.
It's super reliable as well.
Very reliable. So this means that you will get flowers constantly, because this is an annual. So everything that you see here in these pictures is what you will get in your garden this year, because annuals give it their all in 1 year. So if you love this petunia color blocking look and you don't want to put it in a container, you'll need to get a couple of sets. This is probably 4 petunia plants.
Okay, got it.
And that's we call these a bedding plant, because sometimes people put them in the front of their garden beds to cover the mulch. Why do you still buy mulch year after year? Forget it. Buy plants once, they'll cover the space. Now these
they
are
look
annuals.
a lot more pretty too.
They look way prettier.
It's way better. They get moldy.
Yes,
It's like you
yes.
get rid of the mulch.
Forget it.
Do the plants instead.
But I love this as a container, a decorative container. I personally would get I would get 2 of them, because you're wanting to design in 2 or 3s. So if you have a pool, lining the side of your pool, even if you just have a deck, even if you just have a little space, you have corners. So I think it would look really pretty to have 2 of these. The colors are so poppy, so tropical, so incredible.
Let's talk about the fertilizer
because
for this.
Annuals are going to be the hungriest plants that we have, the category of plants we have, because they do have to do this in 1 season. This is what your container will look like if you fertilize it.
Yeah, and I know that you take a look at this in my hand and you're like, why is he taking that laundry detergent and throwing it inside? It's not. It does look like that laundry detergent pod that you're normally used to seeing. You throw it right into here. This is actually fertilizer.
Correct.
How often are we fertilizing this one?
So for your annuals, please feed them every 2 weeks. And yours will do this. So make sure that that is completely dissolved until you start to feed. Now, a container, you'll need to water it more often than 2 weeks, but please feed it every 2 weeks. That way it will give you those big, bold, bright flowers that you want from your annuals.
Speaking of big, bold flowers, hello, look at this.
I know.
This is such a gorgeous set. It takes me on vacation. Like that, is this a tropical plant?
Canna is a tropical plant,
it
absolutely.
feels like you look at it and it just feels like I'm going to Hawaii.
It really is, and it's heat tolerant and drought tolerant. A lot of times in our homes, the annuals aren't going to perform in the heat. They'll be earlier in the spring and then peter out.
Got it.
But this one and this whole container will look good all year round, and it's also one that you don't need to baby. So that's why it's great for beginners,
nice.
and it's reliable. You can go away for the weekend, and when you come back, we'll water it, but a couple of days, no problem.
I'm all about turning your home into the oasis that you want to be in, that you want to spend time in, that you love to relax in. It's your safe space, and this just helps add to that. $11.33 on an easy payment, and it ships to you for free. Well, speaking of oasis, it can't be an oasis if you've got pests and little bugs in the back. That definitely ruins any oasis that you're trying to build. What if there was a way to keep the bugs away? Oh, wait a minute. Bugs away. Look at that. 3-piece set here of a collection of plants that are all designed to smell amazing to you as a human.
Yes.
But annoys the bugs and they end up avoiding the area.
Yes.
That's the whole idea and the design of this. $12.33 brings us at home on an easy payment. It ships to you for free. And 139527 is your item number. The 3 plants that you're getting here, we're getting a lavender big time blue, the Monarda balmy purple, and the Nepeta serene lilac.
Yes.
Now let's go through each and every one of these and talk about some of the scents that we'll like, but the bugs won't.
So the Nepeta, let's start with that one. It is catmint. If you've ever heard about it, take a whiff of that.
Oh, well.
This morning, I'm getting a little hungry just smelling this deliciousness. So this,
I don't know if I've ever smelled, like I'm going back in for a second whiff over here.
So delicious. And it has beautiful blue flowers that grow atop this really, really thick scented foliage. So remember, we're talking about crowding out the weeds with a plant like this. So this is going to naturally repel bugs like gnats, mosquitoes. But these are 3 pollinator plants, so we should talk about that. I know one of the images did have a pollinator in it. These do attract pollinators because they love that scent. But the bad bugs that we don't want in our garden, it does repel those. So this is where you're going to want to put these, in containers, around where you sit, around your patio, around walkways, by your door, because you don't want those bugs coming in the house. The other thing you can do with them, particularly the Nepeta, rub it on the inside of your wrists.
Oh,
because
really?
that's the scent will dissipate throughout your body. Just rub a little bit here. I know people that carry sprigs of it in a pocket if they're at a patio,
so
at a party.
You
don't need to use all of those sprays.
Candles, none of that.
Yes.
Right in the center, we saw this earlier.
We
With
did.
a different collection.
Yep.
This is the, it's
Monarda bee balm, otherwise known as, we talked about, Earl Grey tea. So this is going to be another scented foliage that you can use to make tea, but will also repel those nasty mosquitoes. If you have a problem with mosquitoes, I know there's so many products on QVC that will, help you get rid of them. Why not add something else to your toolkit to help repel those bugs? The scented foliage of all 3 of these are also going to be deer and rabbit resistant. They don't like that scent of the leaves.
Then finally,
the lavender. Everybody loves lavender. We bring collections of lavender here for a reason, because you love it. I love it. It is one of my favorite plants because it is so calming, so relaxing.
It's the best scent.
It is the best scent.
It is my absolute favorite scent. Yeah. I have lavender that lines my walkway. Yeah. I love to pick it and harvest it. I mean, it is the best scent that I think you can get out there. I didn't realize, though, that the mosquitoes, the bugs, the gnats, they don't like it.
So take that, you can, again, rub it on your skin. The other thing I love about lavender, a lot of people don't know, and in your garden you might notice it now, is it's evergreen for lots of us in the country, down zones 6 to 10. The flowers will fade, but this silvery foliage stays there all winter long. All winter long.
You get all 3 of them here. It's $36.98 to bring this set at home that we just made available today. It's brand new today in our very first Cottage Farms show of the season of 2026. Yay! And we're so happy to be back here with Cottage Farms. And when you take a look at all 3 of these here, know that there is that purpose, right? There's the reason to bring them at home, which maybe you're bringing it home because you want it to repel.
Yep.
But they also look gorgeous and they look beautiful together.
Oh, I love this pot. So you've got 3 plants that all love full sun that you just put in a container. I would go 12 to 14 inches on your patio. Now you are naturally repelling bugs. The other thing that these repel are bad bugs that take our plants over. So we talked about roses. These roses are going to be naturally disease resistant.
Right.
But still, you never know. Roses and lavender are the best companion. I saw a picture of them actually, and I thought, wow, we've got to bring that over. This is
That's
the peace
amazing.
rose. The
Yes.
peace rose with the lavender. Now you are using plants to naturally repel pests from any of your other plants, like out with any chemicals, out with any of that hard work. It's gonna be, these are such a triple duty plant for you in the garden. They're beautiful, they're fragrant, they repel pests.
I can't help but think that if you were to go to a garden center and you were to find these individually, you would never think to put them together.
Right.
And I love that Katie and the team has done that for you. That all you've got to do is shop here at QVC. We send it to your door for free shipping and handling. It's $12.33. Put them all together in one pot or use them individually if you want to, but no, we did all of the work for you.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we also have our Cottage Farms guarantee that really allows for you to shop with confidence.
You can.
Can you explain it with that?
Yeah, because we want you to grow. I want to grow more gardeners, Justin. I love how excited you are about growing. It is one of my favorite things to convince someone to buy a plant. Just start with one. And with a guarantee, how can you go wrong? With all of our perennials, we guarantee them for a year, our annuals for 90 days.
Okay, well, I love the guarantee with this. And I love that that applies even to the Magnolia tree.
Yes!
This Magnolia tree is unlike anything I have ever seen before. The Magnolia tree comes to mind white flowers.
Yes.
Not
anymore.
wine, not wine-colored flowers, not a deep crimson maroon. This is so unbelievably unique. It is the genie color here. Am I reading this right, that it can grow up to 13 feet?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. That is amazing.
Look at that. I
In
mean,
your
this
front
is a
yard?
specimen in your yard. If you don't have a big yard, you can have a beautiful flowering tree.
This tree is also super unique in the life cycle.
Yes.
What you see right now, this is what it's gonna look like in the springtime.
Yes.
Then the flowers are gonna fall off.
Yep.
And it's going to bring the leaves.
Yep.
Then the flowers are going to come back in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
So you have this incredible lifespan with
Crazy.
this. It's like watching a show.
Yes,
Like it's going to change
it is.
every single day. Now, this is normally $132. We have it on a sale price for you today. Now that we just made it available, it's $119.98. So you've got $12 of savings there. It's shipping to your door for free, and that easy pay is just $30. I've never seen anything like this before. The other unique thing about this too is the flowering, we're not waiting years or decades for this to happen. So talk to us about magnolias and how this is different.
I love magnolias
It's amazing.
too. So this is actually called the Genie Magnolia, and I love that name because it has granted us 3 wishes. That all that we've ever wanted in a tree, the Magnolia does it. And I am so excited because this is an amazing price. I've looked it up before. I've wanted these in my garden. I'm glad we're able to bring these to you. Wish number 1, beautiful wine-colored flowers. The Magnolia flower is typically white. What is this color? People will not know what this is because these big, normal, huge, giant magnolia flowers that open and unfurl throughout the spring are this deep wine color. That's number 1. Number 2 is the reblooming. Find me a reblooming magnolia tree. So this one will do that for you, and it will come out in the spring. You can see these beautiful buds
up here.
all over it still. And that's because we're in February and we have forced these plants, but you can see right there, that is the real bud starting to come out on this plant. So when you get it home, it will be ready to bloom for you. And the third thing, of course, is its longevity. This is a plant in your garden, a tree in your garden that will last decades, 50 years plus. So if you're thinking about gifting, I mean, we talked about housewarming gifts, new baby gifts, wedding gifts, a tree like this that they can come and visit either at your house, at their home, year after year and watch it grow with very little care. I mean, especially year 1 of any plant, you will need to water it. After that, this will do its thing all by itself.
I also love that this is a talking point for anyone. Like the fact that you're going to bring this at home and have this amazing tree. Everyone's going to ask questions about it. It becomes that prized possession.
It does.
And we have it here for you. It's also the only Magnolia of the year that we are planning on this year.
Wow.
So this one is it. So if you want the Magnolia, this is the only one that you're going to find this year. I highly suggest that you bring it at home right now. I brought the grass.
I love the grasses, yes.
Because it pairs so well together.
It's beautiful.
I love this color that it looks like, but I would love to know when we get it at home, what's it look like? I'm looking at what looks like a pretty big tree.
I know. Well, the pink muhly grass would be beautiful. One of the pictures actually had it kind of in a sea of grasses. I think that looks beautiful,
That'd be awesome.
Kind of how they underlit it. Now, I did have to just, I guess I'll try to pick this up.
It's huge.
Is what we're sending you. So we are shipping this to you in the mail. This is already a really great fast-growing plant. You will get flowers this year. It gets to be about 12 to 15 feet tall. It likes part sun, part shade, so you can really plant it in so many conditions.
Now, that 12 to 15 feet, is that if it's in the ground? Like if we're in a pot, will it stay smaller, or even a pot?
Even a pot, it will get that
Really?
big. So I would this is already about a 12-inch pot, so go a little wider. Put it in a 16-inch pot. That way you won't have to mess with it later. And then you will get years and years and years of beauty. But absolutely, there's already buds on this tree that we're sending you home, and this gets shipped. The fact that we can ship something like this to you, you don't have to cart it, put it in the car. My car is covered with soil. I have to admit it. The back of my car.
Well, I can imagine as a horticulturist that it might be.
Always. And I'm loading plants in and out. Stems are breaking off because I'm in a rush, but they fall over inevitably. You don't have to worry about that. We bring it right to your door. You can either slip it in a container, put it in the ground, and really Mother Nature does the rest.
I just can't help but think about maybe celebrating a life moment by bringing this at home. I'm going to be celebrating my first anniversary with my husband coming up in May. Maybe this is like year one that you bring it in, and then it represents every year after. Is there a newborn baby, my nephew Brady, where it could be Brady's tree, and it's something super unique.
I love that.
And you can have these really cool moments with these plants, or maybe it's not to celebrate anything whatsoever. You just want a magnolia tree, and you've always dreamed of having it. It's that estate type of feel, because that's typically where you would expect to see magnolia trees. But normally what you would expect for them to be that big full bloom is when they're 5 decades old.
Yes.
This here is a lot different than that. Not just from the color in the flower, which is this gorgeous wine maroon color, but you're also getting a tree that's gonna bloom a lot earlier.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the massive 40-foot tree. It's way more manageable, and it can go directly in the ground, or you can also put it into a planter.
Yes.
I can't help when I see that one picture. Like I lived on a cul-de-sac, and this to be right in the middle of the cul-de-sac, how amazing it would be. Or like decoration in some common area of your neighborhood would be amazing. This is only $119.98. It's $30 on an easy pay.
Wow.
We ship it to your door. We ship a tree.
And this is what yours will look like this year. That's the size this year. That's probably about 6 feet tall. It will grow. It will absolutely give you, it grows fast. It will give you flowers. Look at it in the sea of grasses if you wanted to get that pink muhly grass. And I know a lot of you think maybe you think magnolia trees and you think the South, but this is a tree that is hardy in zones 5 through 9, which that zone 5 is -20. -20. So this is not a southern only plant.
So
this will be hardy in the ground for you in most of the country.
If you've always dreamed of having a magnolia tree, now's the time to bring it home. What a great gift that would be too for somebody. Like Mother's Day gift.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine gifting a magnolia tree? That'd be amazing. All right. We're going to show everybody who maybe was sleeping in a little bit earlier this morning when we had the muhly grass. Let me show you and introduce you to a customer favorite that you've been begging us to bring back. It's been at least 5 years since you've seen this pink muhly grass here at QVC. Brand new again today. We've got it back in stock. You have literally asked Katie years after year after year to bring this back, and it is finally here. You're getting 3 of them. This muhly grass looks like the sun is setting, the sun is rising. It's got this gorgeous beautiful pink color. You're getting 3, only $37. It's $12.33 each. I'm picking up on this today as well. This is what's gonna be lining my backyard. I am absolutely putting one in the planter.
Yes.
And it's going next to my hot tub because it's got an all white like border to it.
Yeah.
And by the way, we've had 900 of these that have already been picked up in this show. I want to have a little bit of that coastal vibe back there, and this brings it.
Oh, this brings so much. And the biggest thing is it's easy care. If you think this looks super designer, I can't have this, you are wrong. This is a grass. Every garden should have grasses, every spot, because it is 4 seasons of interest: spring, summer, fall, and winter. This will provide you something in that spot, whether it be just green grass to create a screen or that interest, whether it be the pink foliage in the fall. This is the fall color. It's stunning, the movement, or those brown, nice parchment color grasses in the winter. It really provides you with everything you need. But tell me which grass has pink. And I mean, it is pink in the fall. So when everything is starting to fade, this really starts. And it's late summer into the fall when it really starts to take off. And this is a perennial. So it works for most of us in the country and comes back better year after year.
Do I need to trim it back every year, or do I just let it go?
What I like to do with my grasses is I like to cut them back, but not until late winter. So I like to still have the bronze, airy fronds that stick around because I want them for screening. I have them around air conditioning units. I have them up against fences. I have them in garden beds. So when I look out there, when I drive up, there's still some kind of interest. So cut them back late winter, and you can then compost the fronds, the grasses, and then boom. Almost overnight, the green foliage starts to come up out of the ground, and it creates movement. It is so peaceful.
Katie,
Justin,
we've now had 1,000 of these that have been ordered. This has been insanely popular this morning, and it just keeps getting busier on this. Look, if you want this, we waited years to be able to bring it back in. We have it back in stock for you right now. I don't think it's going to last very long.
Yeah.
This is going to go very, very quickly. It's $12.33. It ships to you for free. You know what you just said that instantly inspired me, and now I'm like, oh, I think I need more than one set. I cannot stand when I walk down the side of my house looking at the utility stuff on the side.
No, nobody wants to see that.
I want to plant this in front of it to block it.
And it's low maintenance.
Because it's also still accessible. Like, you can literally walk through the grass very easily and be able to get to that, but I don't want to stare at that.
No.
I also have, my compost is in like a little corner. I'm thinking of lining the edge of it.
Yes.
Because compost is compost. It's not pretty, but it serves a necessary purpose. Make it look gorgeous. And again, I'm gonna grab the chair again.
Yeah.
Because to me, I take a look at this grass, Katie, and I immediately can hear the wind chimes. I immediately can taste that summer drink. But this right here is your future. This, I know there's snow on the ground right now, but you got your boat shoes on, you're taking in the sun. It's a long day of work. You're having a little glass of wine, and this is what's right next to you. There's something calming about this.
Absolutely.
The color of it really just kind of, it's an immediate zen.
It is an immediate zen. And in the fall, nonetheless, when some of our other colors are those reds and those yellows, you have this pastel pink. Now, it is going to do this for you, low maintenance. So that's the other thing about these grasses. They are a native, pink muhly grass is a native grass. So if you're looking for something that is not going to take babying, that is going to be reliable, but most importantly, look like cotton candy in your yard, you can get nothing else but this grass. Now this, I would guess, is maybe 4 or 5 different plants. So if you want this look of like a pink sea, now I can just picture the wind blowing across these and how they move back and forth. So you might need to get a couple of sets of it, but it is always going to have this movement and have 4 seasons of interest for you. I mean, this garden right here, what else would it look like in the winter? A bed of mulch.
It would be boring. It would be dull. It would be a dark color. This gives that mix of color, the green, along with those pinks. In the fall time, when you have these amazing sunsets, I can imagine lining pumpkins up in front of this and little gourds. It just is going to pop. This we made available this morning. It is insanely popular. We've had well over 1,000 of these that have been ordered already today. A lot of people are buying more than one. A lot of people are taking Katie's advice on that because you do get 3, and that's $12.33 a piece. But this is one that we waited for years to come back in stock.
People would post pictures on my Facebook page, like, this is what my Muhly grass looks like. You can see it there now. Customers who bought this years ago wanted more, you know? So don't make that mistake and just get one.
Exactly.
This is what it looks like when you get it
up.
home, but I promise you, this to this in one growing season, it is a very, very fast grower.
These are going very, very fast. I highly suggest you head over to your app or QVC.com as our phone lines are very busy. M139414 is the item number in order to bring that Muhly grass at home. Look, I kind of like think about it all the time about how there are items like that that I present that, let's face it, it's not going to last long. I think in like maybe a day or two, it could be gone. And so you are so lucky that you tuned in right now, and it was just meant to be that we were here to hang out together this morning, because we waited years for it to come back in, then it's gone just like that. Don't let it slip on by. Next up, we've got something that's been very popular in the show as well. We had it a little bit earlier. Those of you that were asleep, we wanted to give you a chance to take a look at it again. And 139410 is the item number to bring home our SunPatiens. SunPatiens, you can get them at the grocery store. These are not your grocery store brand.
No.
A lot different than that. First of all, from the color and the stripe, the stripe alone is super rare.
I know. So we sell a lot of SunPatiens. Cottage Farms, these are our #1 best-selling annual, and for a reason, because they bloom and bloom and bloom. You really don't care what color they are. You guys buy them, orange, red, white, you buy them all. But the reason we're putting these on earlier in the season is because they're really, really special. And this stuff will sell out. These candy cane striped SunPatiens, they come in a purple, a pink, and a peach. And we were talking earlier about how that neon that stripe down the center almost makes them glow. It makes the colors really, really pop. So it's a unique color of the flower, and it's also a unique color of the foliage. It's dark, almost black foliage, which I think helps the SunPatiens pop off of that.
It's also got a really strong stem to it as well. So I'm thinking like those winter storms that come in, this is gonna hold up. There's no doubt about it. The colors that you see, you get 3 of them. It's $9.33 a piece. Now, these are an annual. But what you're looking at is 1 year of growth. So
1 year. People ask all the time, Justin, okay, tell me the truth. How many plants did you put in that pot? One. From this to this, a couple of, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, you can already see on this plant, it is loaded with buds, ready to bloom. This is an annual, and these are all real flowers. Every single flower on this is real. So what you can expect at home is exactly what you see here in your garden, blooming from the minute you get it home. Look at these buds until, at least in my garden, after Halloween. Now that's for you where you live after a first frost. It takes a couple frosts to knock these puppies out.
I just counted 24 buds. Like I literally just went in here, take a look at it. There's 24 buds already. Now this is gonna ship out to you when it's ready in your zone. So while there's 24 buds on this today, it's not shipping out today. Imagine how many there's going to be in just a few weeks' time when this is headed to your front door. And by the way, it's headed to your front door with free shipping and handling. $27.98 is your sale price on this today. It's made just available today, brand new, $9.33. And 139410 is that item number. You have 3 different colors here. The pink that has that beautiful stripe, and that's a deeper pink. A lighter pink, borderline almost a white, not quite a white, it's like tinted pink, I would say. Then, my absolute favorite, the ultraviolet. The one that looks like it's plugged into the wall with a light turned onto it. It is a neon color that is gorgeous. And 139410 is that item number. 1, 2, 3 of these. Can we put all 3 together in one plant, or would you suggest you do them individually?
Well, I would suggest you do them individually because they do get, like up here in the north, they get 2 feet across. I mean, look how big these are.
Oh, so they're great fillers.
They're great fillers. And so they can go in the ground, they can go in window boxes, they can go in hanging baskets, they can go in any kind of container. If you only have a 12-inch container, put one in a 12-inch. If you have a 16-inch container, put one in a 16-inch. They're gonna fill out that space. The only care tip I have for you, they can do part sun, they can do shade. is water. Drag a hose over to them and fertilizer. This is our all-purpose fertilizer. It works for most of the plants in the show. I would fertilize your SunPatiens every 2 weeks, and then they will perform. They will flower and flower and flower and flower and never stop because they're an annual. That's their job. You like to put a throw pillow on your couch, right? To add color. That's what annuals do. They're that pop of color. This season, maybe you try the candy SunPatiens. You haven't tried them before. Try this colorway and see what you think as that new pillow, that new accessory for your garden, in containers, in the garden, everywhere.
This is your beginner type of flower.
Yeah, it is.
If you're new to gardening, if you're new to shopping for plants on television before, welcome in. You don't need to get messy by going to the garden center, have the plant that inevitably spills over, and then you vacuum it all up. Am I talking from personal experience? Yes. We ship this to your door with free shipping and handling. You get 1, 2, 3 of these plants. $9.33 is your easy pay. It's also the cost for each one of these. M139410. Now, Katie, I am actually going to take out my phone here for a second because I'm going to place my order for the pink Muhly grass. Here's why. We started with 2,500 of them this morning, and we have 400 to go. We're actually making this officially last call. The final 400, I will be ordering mine immediately. You waited years for this to come back in stock, and guess what? It's selling out today. It's been available for 2 hours before that's gone. That's the reason why you place your order when you see a plant that you like. Because that one,
oh my God, I have chills.
I love this plant. It's not gonna be in another garden show here with Cottage Farms. Okay, that was my first Cottage Farms garden show. Yay! I had so much fun. And head on over to QVC.com or to your app. Search up that garden and that we've got for you, Cottage Farms. You're going to find there's a bunch coming up this year. And we are so excited. I'm excited to be able to be in the garden with you a little bit more this season. Thank you so much for getting up early here this morning.
Of course.
And bringing the energy. I don't know that I've ever matched or met anybody who matches my energy at 7 a.m., but I think Katie gave me a run for my money.
It's
so
the
good
plants.
to see you.
They do that to us. You'll find out when you start gardening.
My good friend Mary DeAngelis is up next with Belle by Kim Gravel. I am going to be back next Tuesday. Follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Justin Sachoka QVC, because this weekend I'm headed up to New York City to go to Toy Fair. That's right. We're looking for some of the latest and greatest in toys for this season, and we will be showing you that on social media. Have a great day, everybody. Mary and Kim are up next.
We're in Las Vegas, so...
Lifetime friends and fellow Quintessential 50 ambassadors, Jane and Pat, share their favorite finds to support women 50+ and talk about the changes, challenges, and opportunities awaiting all of us during our age of possibility. Start your day with inspiration and laughter as we cue the Real Talk with Jane and Pat, Thursdays at 7 a.m. Eastern on QVC.
QVC is proud to celebrate Black History Month. Throughout February, we are highlighting products from Black-owned businesses and items that honor Black culture across beauty, culinary, fashion, accessories, and so much more. Discover these inspiring finds on air, online, and on social. Visit QVC.com and search the term Black-owned.
Saw an item on air but can't remember exactly what it was? Go to